Hello, fourth graders. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And this last week of review before the start, I just want you to do your very best, guys. Just focus on what you need to get done. You've learned everything that you need to be successful. You are going to do amazing. Let's just spend some time this week thinking about some of those trickier questions, asking questions of your teachers if you're stuck, and just clarifying anything that you need before the next week. So let's get started with our math this morning. We have a word problem, and we need to think through these problems and attack them just as if they were a story, thinking through what's happening, summarizing, inferencing, all of those things that you do in reading, you would do in math. When we have word problems, we need to think about those actions and what's occurring. We need to picture it in our minds. So let's look at number one. Eric has 158 action figures to put in display cases. Each display case can hold 8 action figures. How many cases does Eric need to hold all his action figures? Let's think about Eric. What is he doing? He's putting in his action figures into display cases, okay? He has a total of 158 action figures. That's one of the things we always ask is, do we have a total? And we see that Eric has 158. So can we picture what he's doing? He's putting them into groups of 8. Basically, he's putting them into cases by groups of 8. So do we have equal groups? That's the next question we need to ask ourselves. Yes, we do. We have 8 in each group. And then we get to our question. How many cases does Eric need to hold all his action figures? We know that we don't want to leave any behind. It's kind of like if you have action figures, if you have toys, if you have cards, if you have something that you want to put into groups, you want to make sure you have all of them, okay? So think about how you would solve this problem. We've just talked through some of our questions. We do have a total. We do have equal groups. And we want to make sure that we have all of his action figures. So spend a little time talking with your group and see if you can solve this problem. And then your teacher will click to the next slide and we will have our solution.